these people?
And so we found this tweet just below. Scroll down a little bit, and I can't stand who it's from, but the messaging is what was important, which is why is shut down. Why did he go to the White House? Also, for me personally, looks like he and Kamala were using him to say, "See, Dems are advocating for this when they're not." I wouldn't have agreed to meeting, so much less a photo, and that's
yes,
kind of where we were at.
Yeah, I mean, this is the same thing we said with bringing AOC in that first video we watched to your events. When you did do the right thing to start out with and say, no, you didn't earn this photo op, essentially. The craziest part about this is that he didn't think he was going to see Biden.
And that's what we're going to say.
I think in Joe's second video, when he goes on the Breakfast Club? Isn't that what it is?
Charlemagne.
Right.
Yep. Charlemagne, Angeli, and
he talked about that he got certain like that they were going to help him on certain actions, and that's how they got him there, but that they didn't take it up. So we'll get to that.
Scroll down.
Yep.
Scroll down. So by going to the White House, Chris further played into Biden's hand, allowing the Democrats to politicize the story. What did it gain for ALU and the workers exactly? More union support from Democrats in office? Likely not. Fundraising from workers because you talked to the president? Doubtful. They just handed Biden a talking point. Yeah. And here's their talking point. Grassroots union organizers visit the White House, and they've got their photo op, and they've got their talking point, and they've got their handshake. Okay. And yes, it sounds, great. And there's a little video in there where he shakes hands. I think a lot of that video is actually in Joe's video. Go ahead.
I was just playing it to have it there while you're talking.
Right. So and look, Joe has historically been pro-labor out of one side of his mouth while also voting for monstrous policies and supporting the banks and doing everything to hurt workers in a lot of ways with mass incarceration. And that's not necessarily workers, but working class and working people in every way in supporting student loan debt cancellation, or not supporting it in this case, but in supporting all the laws that made it impossible to declare bankruptcy from student loans and discharge them.
Yeah.
There are so many different ways that Joe has also undermined organized the labor movement and supported the establishment. So the White House, again, where do we go? Yeah, platitude salad, Jack. All that matters is what goes on the nightly 6 and 11 o'clock news to Democrats, which was the 3-second sound bite of Chris laughing at got me in trouble and the handshake. The narrative gets set by corporate media once they have their B-roll.
Yep.
And again, from Amazon Labor Union to IATSE, and he gets to now talk about all these different unions as if they're in his corner and he's in their corner. And
we're going to do it for the unions. We're pro-union, except as Fee put in that video, he's given tons to Amazon specifically.
But also, can I say this too, just to add, if you go up the screen, Reef, it's at a little more. Yeah, Biden says, at the bottom of the tweet, these folks are inspiring a movement of workers across the country to fight for the pay and benefits they deserve. Why haven't we had at least a $15 minimum dollar raise yet?
Yeah.
If Biden was so inspired by them, and so far we haven't had anything or any movement in any sort in regards to, a federal wage raise for all workers, in the country. So that's
got to come from Congress, but he certainly should have pushed Congress, a Democratic Congress, that he would have signed. And at least, again, I remember early on, we had $15 minimum wage, not just federally for federal employees. And he to his credit, he did raise the wage to 15 for federal employees, which is something that I think he can do by executive order.
Right.
But this needs to be passed by Congress. Part of a package, part of it, anything he said, he could have told them at any point, guys, $15 has to be in there or I'm not signing it.
Right.
And
you, yeah,
you
as
know,
you said, it
again,
could argue for Chris Smalls as well. Like, and as I said, you know, like in the video that Joe created, you know, like, you know, Chris should have came in like a pit bull instead of a puppy. You know, he should have came in making demands as far as, you know, what should be happening. And Chris didn't take that opportunity to make that demand, you know? So, it just kind of went away of just Biden getting what he wanted just as far as the handshake and the veneer of looking like, yeah, I support you and what you're doing. Whereas secretly, like, he's doing everything in his power, thanks to donors and corporations, to counter what Chris Smalls has been trying to do to organize Amazon.
Right. Yeah. Secretly telling on themselves, you know. I mean, they used Chris for a photo op, made it appear that they're trying to help unions, and then it's getting them in trouble. So, yeah.
But who do they get in trouble with? Who are they in trouble with? And why is it trouble?
Yeah.
Okay. Somebody with power who doesn't like what's happening here, and they're placating those people by meeting with them and acting like they're actually doing something. Again, like Pasta said, what did we get? What did we get? That was as New York pasta as I've ever seen. I loved it. It was so we don't know. We didn't get it. I swear I thought he was trying out for the Sopranos in that scene. It was great.